Welcome to SeaStarSport.com. Now we're going to talk about our advanced service and our signature fish finding tools, MasterCast and the Fish Catch Database. Let's start with the Fish Catch Database. As you can see here, I've marked previous fish catches on the screen by simply right-clicking and selecting Record Fish Catch. I'm going to name the area. Right now we'll call it XYZ. The latitude, the longitude have been saved. The date and the time at which the fish was caught have been saved. I can select the species. We'll say we caught a yellowfin. Saw 2 of them. And now I'm going to click Submit. What you'll notice is that not only were the position and time recorded, but all of the oceanographic data associated with that particular fish catch was also recorded. The most important 2 pieces of information here are plankton and sea surface temperature. So over time, understanding the pattern that is observed in always catching certain fish related to certain numbers is incredibly important. So I'm going to look up and down this column and notice that most of my fish are being caught between 0.09 or say 0.1 and 0.22 seems to be the highest number. I'm going to remember that. Going off of SST, we see about 75.4 is the highest, 75.7, maybe the lowest is 74.8. Now that I know these 2 numbers, I'm going to go over here, close this window, and come down to the bottom drawer here called MasterCast. MasterCast is a tool that allows you to search for the ideal fishing conditions numerically. So I'm going to come over here to the max SST and say 75.5 is the hottest water that I'm interested in seeing. And the minimum is probably around 73.5. Giving it about a 2-degree difference will narrow the search area enough without narrowing it too far. Now, for max CHLA or max plankton, I'm going to go back to the numbers that we saw and say the most I'm interested in seeing is 0.2 and the least I'm interested in seeing is 0.1. Now I'm going to come down to the current and see the fastest water I'm interested in seeing is 0.8 and the slowest is 0.1. If I click apply, you'll see that I've narrowed down the area of interest significantly. All of this white shaded region now contains the conditions I'm looking for catching yellowfin tuna. If I want to further narrow it down, I can tighten up these ranges just a little bit. So I noticed in the plankton column, if we go back and click right, view fish catch, most of these numbers are closer to 0.09 or 0.1, a tenth of a milligram per cubic meter, and then the 0.13 or 0.14 seems to be generally the highest. This outlier here of 0.22 was kind of an anomaly according to these numbers. So let's go back and let's ratchet that number down to say 0.15 and click apply again. Now the search area is even smaller, and there may be areas within this shaded region that make more sense than others. We know that tuna like the oceanographic makeup of the water that's covered in the white pattern. But we know that baitfish also like to be sometimes found near bottom structure. So let's look at this area over here and notice that the tuna are going to respond to this type of water and the baitfish potentially are going to respond to this type of bottom structure. This might be a good place to start your fishing. MasterCast is definitely a tool that takes some time to get used to. It's one of the things that if you put more into it, you'll get more out of it. So take the time to enter your fish catches every day after you go fishing. It doesn't take but a minute. You'll find soon that this tool saves you a tremendous amount of time and fuel in your fishing efforts. Also, hopefully over time you'll learn that by using SeaStar Sport and MasterCast, you'll have a statistically higher chance of putting your hook in the water and catching a fish every time. Keep your eye out here for more interesting and advanced tools for oceanographic analysis, only available through SeaStarSport.com.